Without a doubt, Emperor Sheev Palpatine is one of the most foreboding figures in the Star Wars universe. As one of the last great Sith Lords, the man secretly known as Darth Sidious threw the entire galaxy into chaos with the Clone Wars, established the fearsome Galactic Empire, and bent nature to his will with his mastery of the dark side of the Force. But what about his combat prowess? What lightsaber does Palpatine use? Today, we are going to look closely at Emperor Palpatine's abilities as a Force-Wielding duelist and the weapons that he used. Although we have seen Darth Sidious wield a lightsaber in the prequel trilogy and in various ancillary media, we have not actually seen him use one in the original trilogy where he debuted. Officially appearing in the flesh in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, we saw this black-hooded, emaciated figure mainly use Force lightning against Luke Skywalker. The closest he ever got to wielding a lightsaber was when he examined Luke's green-bladed lightsaber and referred to it as a Jedi's weapon. There are two distinct explanations for this. Production-wise, Lucas and his team wanted to depict the Emperor as the thematic opposite of Yoda. In a sense, the crew wanted someone who has mastered the dark side in the same way that Yoda mastered the light side. This is why Palpatine was given the ability to shoot Force lightning out of his fingers. Universe-wise, Palpatine found it beneath himself to be reliant on lightsabers. He saw the weapon as an ancient holdover of the Sith trying to mock the Jedi Order. He and his master, Darth Plagueis, believed that the Sith have grown in power and that they no longer have any need for a physical weapon to destroy the Jedi. And indeed, Darth Sidious did prove that theory by wiping out the Order not through physical might, but through conspiracy, subterfuge, and legions of clones slaved to his will. In a fight, Sidious is known to use the Force from a distance to wear down his opponents. His favorite tactic is shooting Force lightning with the goal of preventing his opponents from moving in for a clean hit. If you have not seen the Clone Wars TV series, you might have believed that Palpatine only owns one lightsaber. After all, the only time that you saw Palpatine fight was with Mace Windu and several Jedi at the office of the Chancellor, and then with Yoda in the Senate chamber. Thus, you only saw him use one lightsaber to terrifying effect. However, the 16th episode of the 5th season of Clone Wars, entitled The Lawless, showcased Palpatine wielding not one, but two identical red-bladed lightsabers in his duel against the brothers Maul and Savage Opress on the planet Mandalore. These lightsabers are made out of frick and feature a flat iridium blade emitter. The sabers themselves are short-handled with a gold and silver color scheme and a design that matches Palpatine's aristocratic tastes. To top it all off, the handles are given an all-electrum finish. This is an intentional design choice by Palpatine, as a sign of mockery to the Jedi ritualistic rigidity, as the latter can only earn the right to have their hilts coated with electrum if they reach a high enough rank. The lightsabers were uncomfortable to use for other Force wielders, as the crystals responded only to Palpatine. Also, Darth Vader found the hilt design to be rather disadvantageous in one-on-one duels. In a sense, Palpatine's lightsabers can be seen as highly decorative art pieces, not meant for prolonged usage. However, his ability to use them with ease is proof that Darth Sidious is a highly lethal combat prodigy. Complementing Darth Sidious's lightsabers is his mastery of Form 7 or Juyo. Known as the Ferocity form, this saber style is characterized by its savage and swift attacks that feed on the wielder's aggression and focus. Those who use this style recklessly will find themselves falling to the dark side, which is why Juyo is heavily favored among Sith and dark side users. And we did see the form's full might in Episode 3, when Sidious managed to mercilessly cut down his enemies even when outnumbered. Some of this form's on-screen victims include the Jedi Masters Kit Fisto, Agent Kolar, and Saesee Tiin, as well as Savage Opress. Using this form and his mastery of the dark side, Palpatine can be seen as a nearly unbeatable and terrifying opponent. The only way that one can have an advantage over Sidious in a fight is by reflecting the dark side back at him. This was achieved by Mace Windu in their duel in Episode 3 through the use of Vapad. This style is a variant of Juyo and was designed by Windu as a hard counter against dark side Force users. And there you have it, an in-depth look at Palpatine's lightsaber's fighting style, his preference when fighting Jedi, and his rebellious apprentices. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, maybe hit the subscribe button as well. For more Star Wars content, click one of the videos on the screen. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.